Hey YouTube, today I thought I'd show you how to store or winterize a generator. In front of you I have an older Honda EM500. Had that thing for like 20 years, and then I got last year I got this newer Yamaha EF1000 IS, which is an awesome generator. I think it's crazy quiet. I'll do another review on that and you can see that. But typically there's two different ways to store a generator. One is like a short-term, kind of seasonal slash emergency, and the other one is like long-term storage. So the Honda I have actually set up in long-term storage, and then the Yamaha it's kind of like I have it set up for emergencies and just to kind of be ready on the go as whenever I need it. So what you want to do is, for short-term storage, I keep the gas tank full at all times in case I got to fire this thing up in case there's a power outage or whatever. And the key is to always keep the gas tank full, because if the gas tank isn't 100% full, you can build condensation inside the tank. So really, just to store this thing seasonally and just have it ready to go, keep the gas tank full. And you know, when you're done using it, it's pretty important. You need to drain the carb bowl. So if you don't drain the carb bowl, you're going to have gas that gets stuck, and it's going to stick up the actual float needle, so you won't get gas inside the carburetor, and also it could actually gum up the jet, so you're not going to be getting fuel into the engine. So when you're done using it for the actual for the year, you drain the carb bowl. And also a key thing is to have the generator pull the string until it's on the compression stroke, and then you feel like resistance, like it's going into the compression stroke. The reason why you want to do that is because if it's not in the compression stroke, that means that one of the intake valves is open, or possibly open, and that does two different things. It allows air into your cylinder, which could cause rust, and also it could put, you know, if one of your valves is stuck open, it's putting pressure on the spring. So, I mean, that's going to, over time, going to weaken your spring. So, two things: it prevents rust, and it will save your valve springs. So, let me show you how to do that real quick. So, typically, what you want to do is pull this, and once you feel resistance like that, then you know you're on the compression stroke. There we go. So about as far as you can pull it, and then you'll be on the compression stroke. So each of these is different, but each of these, this carb on this one, so you get to them a different way, each generator. Grab a screwdriver real quick. So to get to the carb bowl, take this little screwdriver off here. Sorry, it's pretty windy here. Another reason too, I'm actually down at the beach, so if you don't lubricate your cylinders, it rusts pretty quick. So everything is different, but if you see this little, you can see that there's a little Phillips screwdriver here. So when I'm done using this thing for, let's say if I go out camping or an emergency, so when I'm done with the generator, I loosen that little Phillips screw right there, and gas will drain out the bottom of this float bowl and out this little pipe right here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can zoom up a little bit. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. Maybe a little more. So this little thing right here, this little pipe that goes outside the generator, the gas will flow out of this thing, so you might want to have a cup or a dish or something to collect it. But once you're done, screw it back tight again, and you're good to go. You know, for at least when you need to run it again. But that prevents the float needle from sticking, and also the jet from getting gummed up. So this is, I always keep this in short-term storage, so it's always ready to go when I need it. So all I have to do is turn on the actual, put the gas back on, and it goes on when it needs it. But so same thing. Okay, so for long-term storage, like I never use this, and this is just a backup for emergencies. I'll zoom out here. So same concept, you know, like the only difference between short-term and long-term storage is that for long-term I actually drain the main tank. This right here. So I drain the main tank, and also besides having the thing on the compression stroke like the other generator, I go back over here. I take the spark plug off and I spray a little WD-40 in there, and I kind of run it a couple times, because what that does is, I mean, I don't want, this thing never runs. I haven't run this thing in probably 2 years. So what I'm hoping for at least is that it will at least prevent rust from getting on the cylinder walls. So that's how I do it. And I mean, I've had that generator for 20 years. You know, I mean, it's a Honda generator, so it's, these things are ultra reliable, but I mean, I've had to replace a few parts over the years, but you know, 20 years, and if I were to put gas in this thing right up, it would fire up right away. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this new one I have is the Yamaha's super crazy quiet. But I'll do a review on that one. It's definitely we actually use it. We run like a big screen at our campsite, and like an overhead projector, and it's, you know, we have it with an extension cord, you know, on behind a tree, you know, maybe like about 25 yards away, and you can't even hear this thing. That's how quiet it is. It's definitely pretty cool. But all right, so that's how I store them. All right, cool. Thanks. Have a good day.